Queens out there. My name is Mariam Kalila, and I will be talking to you today on the secret of my power is in my essence. I so love that title because there are so many times that we forget who we are. We forget our power. We forget our nature. There's so many circumstances that we go through in life that sometimes causes us to step back a little bit or fall back a little or go into a little bit of depression. But let's talk about that a little bit right now, where we can have that secret, that connection within to my greatness that all of us have. So I want to share a story with you a little bit about when I was 18 years old. This was a point in my life that I took a turn. For the better, I will say, not for the worse. I think I was coming out of the worst. But when I was 18, someone threw a steel dumbbell through my car window and broke my jaw, literally through the car window. I was blessed that no glass went into my eyes. I had glass that did go into my neck. Doctor said it was this close to hitting my jugular vein. Thank God it didn't, because of course, if it did, I would have bled out. And at that moment, I had no fear. I promise you, I had no fear until I walked through the hospital doors. I actually drove myself to the hospital. And it was when I walked through those hospital doors, all of the anxiety, the rush hit me. And I thought of that as when we go through trials and tribulations in our life, how the adrenaline will flow through our body that will get us to the next point. But sometimes we get to that point where we just collapse. And sometimes we give up. But we have to know, what is that that's in me that I can pull on that will help me get through the circumstances? When my jaw was broken, doctors said they could not fix my face. They said that I would talk with a slur because this area of my face, my nerves were severed. It's numb. I have no feeling here. But I told them, you don't know my God like I know my God. Now I'm 18 talking like this, really honestly not knowing what I'm talking about, but it was a feeling within that I was pulling on that helped me feel comfortable and confident through the circumstances. And it was because of that feeling that I said, if God restored my mouth to be able to articulate, I would speak his word until the day I return back to him, because truly it is him who restored my face. Because again, doctors said they couldn't. They threw their hands up, but I was blessed to have a doctor fly in from another state to fix my face. Now, my mother was on public aid then. So, you know, public aid was not flying doctors in. God did that. Then I had another circumstances that exact same year where I was diagnosed with cervical cancer. Doctors took a piece of my cervix and said that I would have issues with carrying children. If I ever wanted to have children, I wouldn't go full term because my cervix was cut. However, the God came through again. But I had this feeling within me when I married my husband. And I was like, you know what? I want to have a child. I don't care what the doctor said, because I know there's a power within me. Remember, ye are all God's children of the Most High God. That is who we are. That's the power that we have within us. That likeness is his characteristics. It's his ability to pull ourselves through any circumstances. So the woman in front of you not only had one child, but I have 5 children. And my last pregnancy was a set of twins that I carried for 40 weeks. They had to induce my labor because my womb was not ready to give up. But that's that power within us. That's the secret to our nature, to our essence, which takes me to conception. Think about the moment that you were conceived, not the mindset of your parents at the time, not the circumstances of, well, my father left my mother, none of that. When it was just you and your creator, in the womb of your mother. When that sperm went into the vaginal canal, it swam against a current. If you look at the sperm underneath a microscope, it's illuminated. It's light traveling through darkness. That's you. That's who you are. You have the essence of light within you. So no longer say, I'm going through the tunnel of darkness and I'm just looking at the end of that tunnel, hoping to see the light. Don't say that anymore, because you are the light traveling through that darkness. That secret, that power, that essence is inside of you. You were created with it, but it gets even better than that, because the egg that was in the ovary of your mother, our ovaries are not attached to the fallopian tube that the egg travels through. That fimbriae, that fallopian tube hovers over the ovary. But when that egg explodes out of that ovary into that fallopian tube, that's a leap. That was your first leap of faith. You were conceived with faith already in you. So never give up. Never give up. It's not in you to give up. In your essence, there is faith. That faith in your conception was larger than the size of a mustard seed. And remember, we're taught, Jesus said that all we need is faith, the size of a mustard seed, but you were born with more. So that lets us know that in that moment that we shake or we quiver or we have that little bit of anxiety, that tremor within, thinking I can't go forward, we think of those words to pull on faith the size of a mustard seed. You pull on it with the power within, and you're going to grow that faith larger than the size of a mustard seed. Women, we are valuable. We are God's gift to this planet. We are co-creators with God. There is no human being who can come on this planet without coming through the womb of a woman. That's how strong we are. That's how powerful we are. I don't have to think that I'm a man in order to be powerful, in order to be strong. I'm strong in the essence of a female. There are scientists today that are trying to figure out the essence of God, the secrets of God, the secrets of creation. And as women, we walk around with that in our wombs every single day. We were born with that secret. When you look inside of our uterus, you see the universe. You see light. You see electricity. Everything that they find in the universe, we have right within our wombs. We are the stars. I don't need someone to tell me I'm a star. I've arrived. I've become a star. I'm a celebrity. You were a star when you were conceived. Your conception made you important. That's how valuable you are. Regardless of life circumstances, we all go through it. We've all been there. I've gone through I just recently went through a trial, 2, 3, I'm actually going to say 3 long years. I was living in a place where the landlord wasn't paying the rent. And I wound up in court pleading with the judge to give us more time to move because we didn't know. But the judge was arrogant. He didn't care. He was senseless. He just told us we had 30 days to go. So I wound up moving in with my sister-in-laws. And I mean, those of you out there who are married know that not all the time your in-laws are your best in-laws. And I mean, I love my sister-in-laws, but we don't have the best relationship, a couple of them. We don't have the best relationship, but I had to move in and live with them for 2.5, 3 years. That was rough. Oh God, it was rough. You talking about a sister on her prayer rug, calling on the God, please help me, deliver me from this situation. But through that, my faith built stronger and stronger. My best friend told me, she said, I've never seen somebody manifest things the way you manifest them so quickly. But it was because I was pulling on that light within. I was pulling on that power within. I was connected it to the will of my creator, and I was determined. I was convicted that I was getting up out of that situation. My husband and I was arguing. We weren't always on good terms through it because, of course, he's more comfortable. That's his family. But I'm like, no, I got to get up out of here. This is not where we're supposed to be. Not saying he didn't want to get out the situation, but it wasn't as urgent for him as it was for me. So it was me and the God. Like, okay, look, there were many days I was on my knees, like, God, please, I don't want this trial to destroy my marriage. I don't want it to break up my family. I don't want it to destroy my faith. Most importantly, I don't want it to destroy my faith because I've always been a person with strong faith. And I didn't want that trial to break me. I know how much God loves us. And I understand that steel sharpens steel. I understand that we go through circumstances in life so that we can be humble enough to turn around and help somebody else, because God has already blessed us to be strong enough to get through that circumstance. That's your secret. Your secret is your value. Your secret is your worth. Your secret is knowing that your essence is a gift to this world. You are not less than. We are not oppressed. We are liberated in the bosom of God out of the love that he has for us. Whenever you feeling, that life coming down on you, just remember, God took a moment out of his time to create you. How powerful is that? How precious is that? I kept reminding myself of that, going through that trial of being in that house. And I was like, oh, I'm telling y'all, moments of, I would come to work, me and my best friend work together, both of us teach, and she would wait for me in the morning to come into her classroom just so I can break down. You got to have those kind of friends. You got to have the friends that have your back no matter what, no judgment zone. They are not judging you. They're just there for you so that when you fall, they pick you back up. They're helping you. They're assisting you. They're not keeping you down. You don't need those kind of people around you. You don't want negative energy around you. It's time for us to prosper and shine. So what we need around us is to help us get to that position because it's waiting on us, all of us, not just one. We rise as a unit, as a sisterhood. And those are the kind of minds that I keep around me. So my girl had me. She would let me sit and cry for a few minutes. I would get it out and she'd be like, all right, let's go. We got to get our day started. Get your face right. Walk up out of here. We're not going to let nobody know what just happened in this classroom. It's nobody's business. So you're going to walk up out of here. And I needed that moment. I was like, all right, I can breathe. I'm good now. I got my juice. All right, I got myself back. And I went to work and did what I needed to do to pull my family out of that circumstances. And then God blessed us to buy a home. We completely gutted it, rehabbed it, and made it our own. That was an entirely different trial. Because of course, whenever you're tearing something down, that rebuilding process, that's a trial. That's a great trial. But as I was watching my home be built, I said, wow, this is a healing process. This is how we heal. When we're torn down to just the frame, our foundation is still there because we still have life. But as you're looking at the vessels be reconnected, I was watching them put in the HVAC system. So now I'm understanding how air is going to flow through my home. And I'm thinking about that as my lungs and how air is flowing through my lungs. That's the breath of God. That's the breath of life. That's given me the power of my movement. Study how your body works and you'll understand the mechanics to your spirituality. That's how powerful we are. That's how great we are. And if you don't remember anything else, I want you to take to heart that you are a gift to this world. You are valuable. You are greatness. Not only do you have faith, you are faith. Go study Hagar. Get in tune with her level of faith and how she never doubted the God. That's who you are. That is your essence. That is your entire existence. I pray that I said something that helped each and every one of you in one way or another. Again, my name is Mariam Kalila. I can be followed on Instagram at HTLC19. My website is HTLC19.com. I also have a Facebook page, Mariam Kalila. I have my LinkedIn and all of that stuff, Mariam Kalila or Mariam Muhammad or HTLC19. You can find me there. But again, I thank you all for allowing me this moment of time in your life. And I pray that it blesses both of us, because every time I speak, trust and believe, I'm speaking to myself too. So I'm not just talking to you, I'm sitting next to you through this entire conference and through this journey of life, this great, powerful journey of life that we all are on. Do not give up. That sperm didn't stop fighting to reach the egg to conceive your life. So you don't fight, don't stop fighting. Don't stop that fight. You're too powerful for that. Whenever you feel like, I'm gonna stop, I'm gonna quit. No, you're not a quitter. That's not who you are. You are great and you are powerful. Thank you and continue to be blessed. Peace.